Going 40, I hear a little humming, and it does sound like it's coming from the back. Specifically the right rear, that's where it sounds like it's coming from. Here, I'll shut up so you can hear it. $41,000 miles on this 2018 Versa, and they want these customers to drop close to $3,000 in it. Are you kidding me? All right, so these customers go in for a free rotation, balance, and alignment since they bought the tires right there, and they purchase a lifetime warranty on the alignment. They can go back anytime and get it done for free. Firestone Incomplete Auto Care recommends front brakes with rotors because they have heat spots that will cost you around 300 and something bucks. You can see the prices on the right on the bold print. They recommend rear bearings, front control arms because the bushings are starting to tear. The belt is also recommended because it's cracking, and they're recommending a battery. All this for a grand total of $2,689.96. Imagine that you go in for a free tire rotation, balance, and your free alignment, and they tell you that you need to spend, or that they recommend that you spend another 2,700 bucks with them. Here's the alignment report that they gave the customer. You can look at all the before and after readings and see that they're exactly identical. So this car was not aligned. They just put it up on the rack. They saw that it was green and they let it go. The back has no adjustment. I get it. The front right is actually reading -1 degree of camber, and they didn't even mention that to the customer, so that tire is going to wear out on the inner edge. They didn't even recommend a camber kit or nothing to diagnose what was going on with that wheel. All right, so here's the inspection. The inspection is actually pretty legit. They do a courtesy check every time you go. They check all your fluids, your belts, your lights, your tires, your air pressure, and these guys actually took their time and actually did a front brake inspection. They didn't check the rear brakes, but they did recommend front brake pads and rotors. And what I'm going to do right now is inspect the vehicle and just make sure that everything they recommended is actually a legit recommendation, and they're not trying to screw the customer over. And this way we'll save the customer some money and see what they want to do. All right, so we got the Nissan Versa all checked out. There's minor cracks on the belt, so that was a proper recommendation. See if you can see that there. I'll zoom you guys in once I get a good shot of it, but the belt has small cracks. If you can't see it, I'll show you when I take it off if they want to do it. Went ahead and looked at everything over the engine. Everything looks good. The front brake pads are low. They also said that the rotors had heat spots, and even though I do see minor heat spots on the rotor, we can still resurface this. It's not badly damaged, so we're gonna take them, we're gonna get them resurfaced. I'm gonna show you what they look like once they get resurfaced. They are a little bit glazed, so doing the resurfacing is gonna take care of that. So lower control arm bushings, and I think the reason they're recommending them is because of that small tear. So there is a very small tear, and if that's why they're recommending control arm bushings, then I mean, you tell me, you be the judge. But if I saw these and they came to me, I wouldn't recommend them yet. They can still hold off on control arm bushings. Alright, just got back from the shop, got the rotors resurfaced, and as you guys can see, no more heat spots, no more glazing, and the best thing is this customer saved a good chunk of money by not having to spend money on rotors and having them resurfaced instead. So what I'm going to do is finish up the front brakes right here, and that's going to be it for the front. We are not going to do the control arms. That small tear on the control arm bushings is very minimal. They shouldn't even have been recommended in my opinion, but let me know what you guys think down below. Okay, so I got the front brake pads from O'Reilly Auto Parts, and you might be thinking that I got some cheap brake pads or that they were better off going off to Firestone for better quality parts. But fun fact, Firestone actually uses AutoZone and O'Reilly Auto Parts as their suppliers. So there you go, you're not getting anything special from them. Alright, so I'm just gonna finish up the front brake job right here, and then I'm gonna move over to the rear bearings and finish up the rest of the car. There it is. So after all that hammering, I ended up taking the drums back to the shop to have them pressed, because you really don't want to install the bearings by hammering the crap out of them. I gotta say, man, after watching this guy pressing the bearings and how fast he did them, I'm seriously considering investing in a press so that I can keep here in my garage. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna do on this car is replace the serpentine belt. I got these long reach ratchets from Amazon. I'll put a link down in the description so you guys can check them out, but trust me, you're gonna want to buy these. After you own a set of these wrenches, you're gonna be like, damn it, how did I ever work without these? They come in handy because they're long reach, they're flex head, and they're ratcheting wrenches. Okay. That's it. Alright, time to go test drive this 2018 Nissan Versa. And it goes without saying, don't forget to pump your brake pedal 10 to 15 times. You don't want to crash, burn, and die. That would be a bad thing. So let's go test drive it and let's go over what we did on this car. From brake pads, resurfaced rotors, rear bearings, remove and replace, had them pressed in, and the serpentine belt. The customer said he was going to do the battery if he ever got stranded. To each his own. Now, as far as control arms, we didn't need to replace the bushings. It's too early for this car, 3 years old. That small little tear on the control arm bushing is not reason enough to recommend it. The car's only 3 years old, 41,000 miles on it. That lower control arm bushing has a long life ahead of it, to be honest. So we save money by not doing control arms. We save money by not doing rotors. Parts and labor, the resurfacing of the rotors and the pressing of the bearings came right around 450 bucks for this customer. Compare that to 2,800 that Firestone was recommending. Yeah, it's a win-win for both of us. So that's it, homies. I'm gonna end it right here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Peace.